Hi, I'm James Donasso from the Concerned Taxpayers of Coles County.
And I'm Rob Perry.
And we're here with a short video tonight to talk about our Coles County Board. For most of you who've been following us on Facebook, you know that we've been attending county board meetings now. It's going close to 3 years now. We've been going every single month. Almost all of us have been at the meeting in our group. And I can tell you that not much has happened on any of the concerns that we have brought forth to the board. They have done absolutely nothing. They've moved on none of the issues such as illegally taking health insurance, which they know they're doing. They know they're not doing it lawfully. The illegal hiring of Mr. Bob Becker to do the countywide assessment, the breaking of various laws, and there's so many different things that we just have so much documented proof, and they refuse to do anything. They want to hold us up in court. They're trying to use the court process and procedures to delay or to stall or to basically use legal maneuvering to avoid ever having to get under deposition, answer questions, and actually put it to a judge to decide the matter. So here we are in a catch-22, chasing their tails around while the county board just conducts business as usual. I want to address an issue. People don't know this, but you're about ready to get another tax raise by the county board. And the county board last month had a meeting, and I'm reading right from the Dave Fopay's story in the Times-Courier that came out today, which is Monday, October 7th. The board meeting's tomorrow. It says, and I have it here, the board's scheduled to make a final vote on the bond issue during its meeting Tuesday. That follows a vote last month in August on its intent to issue the bonds and the required public hearing on the bonds that the board conducted last month. We attended that meeting. It ran concurrently with the regular scheduled county board meeting. You'd think at a meeting that they were required to talk about bonds, and they did talk about the bonds. First of all, they said they're going to borrow $600,000, even though they believe the project's only going to cost $450,000. They're doing that just in case they run into some unforeseen costs, which I think is a little overboard, but that's what they plan on doing. Another thing, it just came out in the newspaper today that the final approval of the bond issue includes designating county sales tax revenue to pay for the bonds, and property tax revenue would be used only if sales tax income weren't sufficient to cover the payments. None of this was mentioned at the last meeting. You would think if you're going to have a meeting on issuing bonds that some discussion by the county board meetings would be talked about and the public would be informed about the intent to get the money from sales tax, and then, if that doesn't cover it, from property taxes. And so that's amazing that they don't say this, but this is how the board goes. They wait till the last minute. They spring it upon us. They know that people don't have time to go to all their committee meetings. There's no discussion by anyone at these meetings. They just have a committee report, and then they vote on issues. No discussion. $600,000 bond. We're going to put our county in hock for $600,000. No discussion at all by the bond members. By the board members concerning this bond. It's just another delay and stall tactic as far as I'm concerned, and I'm going to question them tomorrow night is why in the heck was this not discussed and told to the taxpayers at the meeting?
It would be good if you'd all show up tomorrow night about 7 o'clock for the meeting so you can actually see the action of what we've been dealing with. I don't think anything has changed for 3 years, and the most disappointing thing is they really don't care. They don't care about us.
No, nothing's going to change. We need to get the populace really actively involved. This is your money too, and they're spending it. And quite frankly, the money that they're raising is for improvements for the courthouse. And I know that they're mandated by law to make sure it's handicap accessible, and they have to put money in an elevator and a handicap ramp. But I'm sorry, you don't need to put copper guttering up on that courthouse. You don't. You could use aluminum guttering like everyone else uses. I don't know if it's under some sort of historic preservation or some law that says they have to. But fact of the matter is, government overspends on everything, and that's just the way it is. But I think it's ridiculous what's going on.
Maybe we could get some of that money that they spent on health insurance that was illegal towards the fixing of the courthouse. There's probably more than enough probably to build a brand new wing on the courthouse for all the misappropriations of the money.
Yeah, they want to be able to illegally get health insurance and illegally take in this money and illegally do this. not follow the law, but yet they don't want to cut spending, they just want to raise taxes on us. They'll tell you, oh, we've looked and we've cut wherever we could. Well, let's start with the illegal health insurance that you have been taking in. One of our members, Rex Dukeman, said last month at the meeting that if you counted up how much illegal health insurance they've taken since they started taking that health insurance, it's over $1 million. That'd pay for more than half of this bond. But yet they continue to do what they want, and it's government as usual. This is definitely not a government, by the people, for the people. So you have to get involved, people. You have to show up 7 o'clock tomorrow night at the courthouse.